You were on stage.
Now we're live, I think. I don't know. Hi everybody.
What's up?
I think we're live. I don't know. I was gonna play an intro video. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Wanted to make sure we were live on Facebook. I don't know. I was gonna play a video, guys, but Tanner and I were just like, yeah, screw it. We're just gonna go live.
Let's just go. Yeah.
So little backstory into the comments, or to the comments. That's where I just clicked comments. It's become kind of a tradition for Tanner and I. And I know I look forward to it. I'm sure you do too, brother. But I look forward to these little weekly hangouts that we started doing. Just kind of relax, hang out, drink some adult beverages. We'll just put it that way for monetization, just for whatever reason, and just hang out and have some fun. So
I don't think it affects monetization. There's a bunch of like booze and booze type shows, true crimes and drinks. There's mixology shows. Yeah.
Oh, then screw it. We're drinking.
Yeah.
We're hanging out and drinking.
We just can't promote like underage drinking and stuff like that. So like we can't be like, I'm not going to say it because the AI will hit it and it will demonetize if this is monetized out on YouTube. But we can be like, yeah, sitting back having a beer.
Yeah,
we're 21 and up.
Yeah,
way up.
If you are 21 and up, join us. If you're under, drink juice. And I do. I have vitamin water.
I've got some Capri Suns in the beer fridge.
Yo, those are amazing. I love me some Capri Suns.
This our studio kind of doubles as our home theater.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got like the projector screen over there and stuff. We've got the bar over here, and in the fridge it's like beer, White Claw, mixers, and for our son we've got Capri Suns.
There you go. See, that's what I love to do. I'd love to get, like, I was talking to the Wicked Queen about, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like a little gap right back here. I want to put like a little mini fridge back there or something. Maybe not like a mini fridge like the little guys, but maybe like the waist high, or like a garage, a garage mini fridge, or a college one. So that way her and I have something down here. But that'd be great to have. But anyway, so we started kind of talking about this. So Tanner and I are a little broken, as you probably see. I'm broken. Oh, there's Mama. Hi, Mom. Mama Newsom's joining us. But yeah, I'm a little broken. Tanner's a little broken. Although you did get some rest out of it.
I did, yeah. Not. It was not voluntary rest. It was I couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
Yours is visible though, so I think you've got a good story that goes along with the thumbage.
Yeah, I can give some. I'm just glad it wasn't this one because then I couldn't drive. But no, so I was out hunting. Did I say? Yeah, it was yesterday. I was out hunting yesterday. For those of you who know, I was, taking my test for my insurance job. Let's just say I needed to get out of the house. I'll just put it that way. And so here, I'll tell you the story, really, like the whole story. So I decided to take my brother-in-law's crossbow and to borrow that and take it out. Mainly because a lot of the deer where we're at, they're like 50 plus yards. So a compound bow, it'll hit it, but it's a heck of a shot. So I took his crossbow out. I'm sitting there, didn't see anything. The ones I did see were like 200 plus yards away. So there was no way in hell I was hitting them. So I got up, decided to try to stalk them, and I'm carrying the bow and whatnot. Still, they ran off, which I expected. And it was about the time I needed to just head back home anyway. So if you've never used a crossbow before, when you put the arrow or the bolt in the actual little railing system, you have to get what's called a decocking bolt that you got to put in. You just basically shoot it so that way you're not dry firing or just shooting without an arrow to store it. Well, so the railing system sits on top, kind of like how the bar right here is. I put the bolt in like this to try to put the decocking bolt in. And as soon as I let go and I started coming back, the main string of the bow that holds it back loosed. and it got right on my thumb, right on the inside here. And I know some of you may be like, "Oh, that doesn't sound painful." Yeah, that's 325 foot-pounds of pressure against my thumb. I thought I broke it immediately. I thought I immediately broke it, but I started moving it. No, like it was pain, but it wasn't like extreme pain. So I was like, okay, well, at least I didn't break the damn thing. But what a good way to finish out the day.
Bows will mess you up, man.
Yeah, you're not lying. If you never shot a bow, especially like a compound bow, you ever seen those bracers? Yeah, I started wearing them, especially if I'm shooting in the summer. I've tagged myself a couple of times. They
It's
hurt like
functional. Well, like the leather gauntlets and stuff, like just back doing some CrossFit stuff, and I got into Strong Fit. It's like a mix of like more cardio and like strongman stuff.
yeah.
So we have these big Atlas stones that we pick up, and they're made of
Oh
concrete.
yeah.
And basically everything that you pick up, you have to use your forearms and part of the lift to get a good grip on it, and
Hmm.
it just tears them up. So you end up with these like leather gauntlets,
Yep.
just to protect your skin, so you're not tearing it open on those stones.
Oh, I've seen in the competitions, the strongman competitions, they do that.
Mhm.
I couldn't. I couldn't do that.
The heaviest one I was able to do was 300 pounds.
Damn.
I think they go on up to 6, but I tapped out at 300.
Not me.
That was like a decade ago. I was younger. And
Back in the day,
here.
weren't we all?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but but no. So it started swelling up. I mean, it got huge. My thumb was about the size that it is now, wrapped, but it was that big, and it just started turning black and blue. There was blood blisters. I mean, it really messed me up. This morning I wake up and I iced it and did everything you're supposed to. Um, so the problem was though, this morning I woke up and the bottom of like my thumbnail right here was purple, and so was the inside and outside of the thumb, and it still is.
Oh,
Um, so I was like, oh shit, I busted some tendons. I did something to it. Did something real bad. Look at Queen being her, did this to me and made me wear the splint, which I hate it, but she has me wrapped up. She's taking care of me. And today we went out. We had to run to the bank, so we took my mother-in-law took her to the bank today. And on the way home, my mother-in-law mentioned that there was some trees that needed trimmed because they're starting to come near the house and they're starting to get they were over top of our chimney, and once the furnace kicks on, that could cause obviously a fire. And she goes, "Oh, we need to get those down." Blah blah blah. Me being me, I was like, "Okay." So I did it and put my gloves on, climbed up on the roof, and I took down a bunch of branches. And yeah, yeah. Then I had my hatchet out. I was clearing up the branches, and we've got like a little fire pit that I think you guys have seen before. I think I've done some videos on it. But anyway, I was setting the branches down and the sticks and everything, and I have a hatchet. I went like this to split it, and it missed and hit my forearm on this side. And then I hit my knee. So I have like 6 or 7 different scratches and cuts and scrapes and everything. I'm just messing myself up.
dude.
Sober too. Jonathan Myers, my brother. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, brother? I don't know if you've seen Jonathan stuff, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Jonathan. Brother, we need to get you on here one of these days. It's been too long. Him and David Hope. He's another one.
I don't think I've seen David.
Oh, Hope Paranormal. He does a great job. He's mainly been on TikTok recently, but he does a lot of lives on there, and he does a great job.
I'm looking at TikTok. Facebook has not been performing very well. So I've been looking at Instagram or TikTok, like shifting over like my ad spend and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it's just been weird. So I bash myself up. I have a dog. She's about 14 years old, German Shepherd mix, and she can't really walk well. She's got arthritis in her back legs. So we have this belly band, and I have to carry her around kind of like a suitcase, help her stand up when we take her out to walk her. And she jumped off the porch while I was going down the steps, and I held on to her, but I tweaked my lower back, and my next 2 days of lifting were heavy deadlifts, heavy back squats. And I know better. I was a personal trainer. I was a barbell coach. I was a strength competitor. I know
Mhm.
better. But I didn't adjust for that, and I wrecked my back. So, like, I've had 2 days where I just was in bed, unable to move. I was able to get up today, but, it was rough. I did get 2 days on my laptop just fixing the e-commerce store. I do e-commerce. That's my job right now. I say right now, that's my business. Um, and yeah, I was able to fix, like, a lot of crap there and just go full tilt into it for 2 days and get a lot done, and it was a productive, lucrative 2 days.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's funny how these little like screw ups end up helping you out more than anything. And I'm still trying to figure out the positive in busting my thumb like this, but the only thing it's given me besides pain is cramps. My hand's been locking up on me randomly.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And I looked it up and it was like dehydration and
Mhm.
overuse and this and that. I'm going, well, I know I drink my energy drinks, but never stopped it before, so I think it's just overuse.
So energy drinks actually dehydrate you.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Just an FYI.
I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Oh no, and it's funny because like everywhere I've worked, they've had a joke that if I ever am seen without an energy drink, then I'm either broke or I'm sick. So
Yeah.
usually, if I'm walking around, they're like, "What's the matter?" Nothing. But when I go out hunting, though, believe it or not sponsored by the way. I wish, but I'll take like a Gatorade, water. I'll take the vitamin water out,
Nice.
and well, two reasons. One, I know I'm in the sun, so I know it's going to dehydrate me even quicker, especially with all my gear on. And the other reason is, well, besides the lid, um, a lot of these have like that fruit smell. So if a deer picks up on that, they'll be less likely to run away if they smell like the an energy drink or whatever.
Mhm. You said, sponsors. I'm sponsoring my own stuff. My podcast, Truly Odd,
Mm,
we were thinking, let's look and see what we can do with advertising. What's the best way to monetize it within the next 12, 18 months?
yeah.
And what we came up with was just doing it ourselves. We started a merch store. Really, really like the t-shirt stuff. I worked in the apparel industry for a while and I didn't know my way around it. So I ended up branching that off and starting that e-commerce store for t-shirts and paranormal. And that's my sponsor for Truly Odd.
See, and actually that was something I was going to talk to you about. I want to bring back my merch. And I was thinking about it. After the global ghost hunt for Raymond and um, looking at everything, I was like, you know what, I should probably get some merch going again. For
Do you
me,
want to do merch or do you want to do like just a full on e-commerce store? Because I started with merch and I've got a section of my store
mhm,
that's Truly Odd merch, like t-shirts, hoodies, and stuff. Like, I was selling the Ghost Hunter Advice hats and stuff on there, but it's all the merch is Truly Odd. And then the rest of the side is like Bigfoot, alien, ghost hunting t-shirts, and it's just paranormal fun t-shirts.
hmm.
So do you want to do a merch store or do you want to do like an e-commerce niche store?
What would be the difference? Like, what's the e-commerce
Yeah.
side of it?
They're both e-commerce, but like a merch store is just stuff that's centered around like um paranormal consultant.
Hmm.
It's all branded stuff. It all feeds into paranormal consultant. And if you were to do like a niche store, it would be like we'll say like a ghost hunting t-shirt shop
Hmm.
or a ghost hunting field gear shop or something like that, where it's not necessarily the podcast.
Hmm.
It's not all centered around the podcast. It's its own freestanding business from paranormal consultant.
Hmm.
So like Truly Odd Teas is Truly Odd Teas. It is its own business entity.
Yeah.
And then Truly Odd Podcast is another entity. They're connected and they feed each other. So like on the inside of the labels for the t-shirts,
Yeah.
it's labeled Truly Odd Teas. And I put a little website in there so that they can go to the podcast website if they want to check the website out.
Mm.
But everything is branded Truly Odd Teas. And then when I talk about it on the show, it's like, hey, today's episode is brought to you by Truly Odd Teas. Head over and I'll say the website address. And then we'll get into the show, or I might do an actual ad spot.
Hmm.
And then I think about April is when I'm planning on actually paying and sponsoring some other podcasts to run ads.
Well, if you ever need anything from my end,
Yeah.
intros, commercials, whatever. I mean, that's something like I'm gonna start doing here. I actually I don't know if I told you, but starting January 1st, I'm bringing back my production company,
Mhm.
but it's not going to be Paravit anymore. It's going to be Broken Pretzel Studios,
Mhm.
and this is or sorry, Broken Pretzel Productions, but it's going to be Pinkie Pie Studios. That's what I'm calling everything we do.
Nice.
Little nod to Raymond and the girls.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a freestanding business you can use to like sponsor your podcast. We're looking at how things are going right now with ad revenue in
Yeah.
the podcast and in the streaming world.
Mm-hmm.
The ad from excuse me, the revenue from ads is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So a lot of people are just using it to pump up their business. Like Fit Parent Revolution, the sponsor for that show was my training business back when I had the training business, and I got clients off of that, and that's how that show was monetized. Um, the Covert Investigator, my very first podcast, that was the entire marketing arm for my PI agency, Rutledge Investigations, and that's where I got all of my no, most of my attorney clients, other larger PI agencies that needed work done here regionally. They were listeners to the podcast, and they found me through that.
Oh shit! Sorry, my
Mhm.
computer screen for some reason started freaking out.
Ah, you're good.
What is this?
No, podcasts are awesome. My writing podcast is how I've gotten to know people at like the big publishing houses and people in horror. That's where I got my team, like my editor, my cover designer, like all of those relationships were connections made through the podcast
Hmm.
for that business.
You know, it's always amazing what kind of networking. Like people talk about networking all the time, and we
Mhm.
do talk about it on shows and whatnot. But it's amazing what networking can really do for somebody, like both professionally and personally.
Yes.
So, which is cool. But no, I don't know. Like, I want to get my podcast back up and running, but I want to do something different with it. I just haven't decided what I want to do yet. But I definitely want to start the Broken Pretzel Productions. That is definitely going to be a happening thing.
Well, do you want to like lean in like having one business at a time
Oh,
is and that's one of the reasons that I decided I really don't need to do the insurance stuff because I need to focus on one business because
oh, yeah.
the t-shirt shop, it sounds weird to say a t-shirt shop actually has potential to make a full-time income, but within the next 12 months with his marketing plan, it does, and it's showing signs that could. Do you want to do the production company or do you want to do like an e-commerce store?
See, I don't know. Now you're making me think.
Because the great thing about an e-commerce store is I love making the designs. Right now, I'm not the lead designer. I'm bringing in another designer later this year, but I have fun making those t-shirts and then putting the products together and doing any sort of negotiation that I need to do for the store, which
Mm-hmm.
isn't a whole lot right now, but I enjoy that part. But when it's done, like I have ads running and I have some stuff in the background, I can see when somebody is checking out a t-shirt on the store, and then I can set up automations, like, if somebody puts something in their cart and they don't wanna buy it, they get an email from me that tries to push them back to the cart, and then there's also display ads, and I'm not running that for, until we get a little closer to Christmas, but if they do an abandoned cart, suddenly when they go to a blog or they're watching a podcast or they're on YouTube or something, they'll see a little ad for the object that is still in their cart saying, "Hey, come back and buy me." So
Hmm.
it pulls people back in, and I don't have to do anything. It's just, I set that up and then I'm done.
Hmm.
And you can spend 40 hours a week doing it and make a whole lot of money. Or you can set it, quit it, go out of town, and you've got income just generating from that tornado that you made.
Brother, you've known me long enough. You shouldn't give me ideas.
But no, e-commerce, it was part of what I did for an apparel store for my day job that I did last year. I was over sales and like B2B stuff for them, and um, it's a great industry, especially if you're doing like drop ship or like print on demand stuff. It's I'm not going to say it's easy, um, but it's simple.
Well, I mean, I know 100% I did want to get my merch store back and up and running. I want to do that. I mean, I still have a couple of the designs. I know the Wicked Queen really likes her hoodie I made for her. It's just basically her logo. I don't know if you've seen it with the cat The cat,
Yeah.
the big sitting cat with the crescent moon.
Mhm.
Well, this one says creepy cult down the sleeves for her, and on the back it has her YouTube channel.
Nice.
And I'd like to get back into stuff like that, but I don't know. Like recently, with all the studying and everything else going on, it was kind of like one of those. I'll just put it back here, but I don't know. I seem to retain more when I'm distracted. I don't know why that is.
The
It's the,
opposite of everybody else.
it is. It's the damnedest thing because I'll sit down here pretty much all day long, 8 hours, and I'll just study and I'll hit it and I'll just study, and then I go cross-eyed. But then the other day I was out leaf blowing, and everything's just running through my head, like different term insurances, the annuities, stuff like that. Like all the different stuff, it just started running through my head. It just started flowing, and I'm like, oh, I do remember all this.
Was it when you relaxed?
Yeah.
Yeah, stress is weird, dude. You'll memory is I don't want to just say messed with, but like when you're trying to form new memories and you're under stress,
Mm-hmm.
you have a hard time recalling those
Noticed.
memories until you get a chance to actually calm down and then you start seeing like full picture. Back when I was an investigator, like we'd be in these high stress situations and like I couldn't tell you what I did immediately after that, but after I had like some time to sit down and like chill out, then I could write my report about like every single turn that we took, what happened leading up to the incident because I had to write out those reports. But like when I was at that high level of stress, I couldn't recall crap.
Yeah. I see. I don't know what it like. The Wicked Queen a while back suggested like one of the things that relaxes me is going for a drive.
Mhm.
Just a night drive. There's nobody on the road. I just usually listen to music, depending on what my mood is, depends on what I'm listening to, and then go from there. Well, she suggested that I take some of these, believe it or not, YouTube videos for the insurances.
Mhm.
Hell of a lot better for me to understand than the Exam FX stuff. I mean, nothing against Exam FX. They have a great product. They really do. And that's helped me. But these YouTube videos are really driving the nail home, and that's helping me remember things. So I've been just going on drives and not blasting, but listening to that, and
Mhm.
it's helped me. But oh, Vicky from Abyss, hey Vicky, well appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope everybody at Abyss is doing well. By the way, folks, if you want to talk about something or whatever, just say it.
Mhm.
You're involved, guilty by association on this one.
There is no plan for tonight. We
No,
just this is our Tuesday night hangouts, and we just decided to do it live.
yeah, this is literally what we do.
Mhm.
You're seeing the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes.
Talk about ideas and come up with crap to do.
You know, speaking of ideas, you just gave me one.
Mhm.
Maybe what I should do is probably not tomorrow because I want to try to get this test.
Mhm.
I want to get everything fixed, but maybe have one of these days as a day off. Just write my book.
Yeah.
Get back to writing my book. I haven't done that in God knows how long.
Or just rest, man. You got a lot going on.
See, that's the weird thing. When I'm laying in bed, I think of ideas and things to do,
Mhm.
which gets me irritated. So then I just go do them. There is no just like this is what I do to relax. The podcasting, the multimedia stuff. That's what I was thinking about. Maybe just working on my book a little bit.
Go for it. It's this is NaNoWriMo. So it's a National Novel Writing Month.
Hmm.
You try to write a 50,000 word novel in the month of November.
Well,
Do it.
see, I don't know about. I'm not doing a novel, but the instruction, the paranormal how-to, the paranormal truths. Maybe I'll finish that this month.
I've started dictating. So like when I'm
Oh, yeah.
working on like podcast, not writing podcasts, when I'm working on like my books and stuff for first draft, I just put a headset on and I walk around and I tell the story, and it dictates for me in the app, and then it's just right there. I go through and like clean it up, but my first draft is done, and then I can go back through and do the revisions and the edits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was telling me about that like 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
So much faster.
And I was like, holy shit. But No, I was thinking about it. Like, this would be a good time for me to distract myself with something else for the minute. Because I think maybe that's what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe I'm spending
Mhm.
too much time on worrying about the insurance stuff. I mean, I still think I can do it. I still want to do it,
Mhm.
but maybe I just need some time. Maybe I'm just beating myself up too much, like study wise.
Well, like study wise for that, like insurance, there's a reason why companies push you through and they're like, do the class in 7 days and then take the test. It's because you don't need to retain anything. You don't actually need to learn anything from the class. You just have to memorize the crap for the test. So it's like
Yeah.
this 7 day cram session and you go take the test.
Yeah. Well, 7 days has turned into about 2 months.
Yep.
I is not a smart man. I feel like Forrest Gump half the time.
Abyss, what dictating app do you use, Tanner? A couple. So on my computer, I use a writing software called AutoCrit. And so whenever I go into AutoCrit, it has a dictation button. I press that. So when I'm in this room and I'm dictating to the computer, I just use the dictation inside of AutoCrit. And then when I am out walking, and I'll still use AutoCrit on my iPhone, but I'll just use the regular dictation feature on iPhone. I've actually found that it's better than the stuff that you pay for, and it's free on the iPhone. It's better than Dragon, actually.
Hmm. Yeah, that that's something for me. News to me because I don't know anything about them.
Yep. On your keyboard, you just hit the um, microphone button that's on the keyboard that pops up, and then you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want. I say my dictation, but it'll usually put dictation in for me. And then when I'm done with the paragraph, I just say new line. So I'll be talking and it's like, and Billy looked over to Karen and said, blah, 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 new line. Um, when I am out and I don't have a good cell signal and I'm doing like an outside dictation session,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into OneNote and I'll just use the Apple dictate feature for that. I usually have not a headset, but I'll have like an earbud or I'll have, well, yeah, a headset microphone, that's
Mm-hmm.
Bluetooth connected to the phone,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll just use the Apple Dictate into, OneNote
Hmm.
and then copy and paste it over into AutoCorrect when I get back to my computer.
That sounds.
Mhm.
See, that's. I mean, if I were to get into like actual formal writing, that sounds like something I would do.
Mhm. It took a minute, like, I spent 5 years learning how to write books and, like, the stories there was a connection between my brain and my hands, and I would see the story and see what's happening, and it would just come out my fingers onto the keyboard. I had to completely relearn my process, and it took a couple months to get good first draft, speaking, because
Yeah.
my ethereal voice is a lot different than my regular speaking voice. They're starting to match up now. That's something that I thought was interesting. I'm starting to talk a lot more like I write now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was a learning process. It was different. There was a I was doing middle grade stuff, walking around the neighborhood, and then I started doing one of my adult stories, and I'm walking around, I'm doing this scene. I have a pretty gruesome death scene with a character who is incredibly racist. So I'm walking around the neighborhood and I start getting into the language and his inner thoughts, and I'm like, I can't say this in public when I'm walking around. So those parts are in the sound booth. Yeah.
Yeah. I could just see your neighbors now. You just walking down the street, you just talking to yourself with a full story. Um,
Yeah, I'm the weird guy. Oh, there is one thing. Back to Vicky at Abyss. If you're wanting to dictate, when I first started doing it, I just dictated into an email. So I opened up my Google email for my author account, and I just dictated into an email. And then when I got back to my computer, I was using Scrivener back then, but I would just open up my writing document in Scrivener and I would copy and paste that email into Scrivener.
hmm.
That's an easy way to do it. You don't have to spend anything, don't have to buy anything new.
Yeah. What amazes me about you, brother? Like, oh, no bullshit. No matter what you do, you become very professional and very
Thank you.
thorough with it. And I got to give you props for that because we were actually talking about that today, the Wiki Queen and I. Um, because I said, "Oh, don't forget it's Tuesday. I'm going to be hanging out with Tanner and whatnot." And she said, "Okay, yeah, no problem." And my mother-in-law goes, "Well, who's Tanner?" And we said that you told him about you a little bit. And she said, "So what does he do?" And I said, "At this moment, I'm not sure." But we started going through the list of your resume, and she goes, "Holy shit!" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "He's pretty much mastered every single thing he's done." I said, "It's awesome."
Keep in mind, I've done everything that I do right now for at least 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
PI for 15 years, personal trainer for 12, and then writing for 5. Awesome. I'm glad it helped. And it like you can always reach out. I do a writing podcast where I talk about this stuff. It's called Killer Prose.
Mm-hmm.
You can always reach out to killerpinbooks@gmail.com if you have questions about writing or anything like that.
Yeah, I love your shows.
Appreciate that.
Every once in a while, I'll listen to them.
Mhm.
I'll listen to. I won't lie, but there's a couple like times I'll get onto Killer Pros, or I'll go back to Ghost Hunter Advice and just listen to some of the things that you do. You talked about.
Appreciate it.
But
yeah, no, I don't know why I can't do things halfway. Like whenever I get into anything, if I like it, like I get into it. And from being an investigator, I bug people to learn. I started the podcast, Killer Pros, to learn how to write. Like it was this journey, and I just wanted to like do some documentation of what it was like to what just happened. Oh, of what it was like to write and learn how to write and get to my first published novel. And then like I was like, I have a platform. I started reaching out to these authors that I read and these people that I loved and had no business whatsoever talking to.
mm-hmm.
But I had a platform and they said yes. And then they started like helping me learn how to write and like started building these relationships with people and then building relationships in the publishing industry. And with doing e-commerce, I just started reaching out to people that I saw that were successful in e-commerce and asking questions and getting into the rooms with them.
Mm-hmm.
Just being around people, bugging them and learning.
You know, a lot of people, me included, I'm not against talking with people, but for me, I think I get maybe a couple weeks out of something brand new, and I'll just dive into it, and that'll take over my life, and then it's just like, eh. I do it a lot with video games. I'm terrible with video games with it. Like even shows. I've told the Wiki Queen this. If I'm watching a show and I'm not hooked within the first 2-3 episodes, nope.
Mm-hmm.
But if I like it, I'll finish it. I will binge the crap out of it. Then I won't watch it for 10 years. It's weird. Jason's popping in on my Facebook side. Your streams are always too early for me. Gotta get back to work. Trust me, Jason, they'll be fine without you. He knows. He knows what I mean. Well, Jason is working at the one of my recent jobs. I'm not going to say which one because they don't deserve the time anyway. So we'll just put it that way. So he knows the drill. He knows how it goes. But there's been times where we just wanted to say, you know what, F it, just lock the door, leave. Just say, yeah, we're good. But I don't know. Like I said, I still want to do the insurance thing, but because I like Globe Life, I like the way it's set up, I like everything they're doing. But I talked to the Wiki Queen. It's like, when would I be able to? When's too much to put into it? You know what I mean? Like, where's the line? Because if we're paying per test, how many tests do I have to actually put in before I do it? It's even worth doing at that point. You know what I mean?
I would like this is something that I think is going to be good for you. So I would go one more time because you were only off by like 3 points.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely try it one more time. But I mean, I learned a lot back when I did life insurance a few years ago, just from having like some sales training and stuff, and that really kicked me into being on the sales side of things, just focusing on sales. And I mean, it was life changing. I can go out right now and because of what I learned in building sales processes from fitness and from doing the life and stuff, um, I mean, I can go into a company that has a good system in
Mhm.
place and a good product and hit 10, 12,000 a month within 6 weeks because of what I learned doing that. I mean, it's definitely worth it.
I was gonna say you better watch your sales pitch. Don't start pitching me.
I'm not, no, no, I'm
where
not
where I'm
pitching.
at where I'm at this moment, I might just buy.
Man, that is one thing that I am very grateful for my dad. He owned a business. Well, I grew up going on sales calls and stuff with him. So, and I was taught, hey, if you learn anything in your life, man, learn sales, and you'll never be hungry.
Yep.
And especially like life insurance, tech, um, the e-commerce is just copywriting. It's sales, but it's just I'm using my keyboard instead of talking to people, and using different things to do the sales instead of talking to people.
You and I might need to have a sit down
Mhm.
then. I hope so, Mama. Yeah. I want to go back to what Mama said. I really hope so too, because that Raymond's
Mhm.
kids, Katie and Michael, great, absolutely great kids, the great family. But yeah, no, that'd be really good. I don't know how many people know, but Raymond actually did write too. He has a couple of books. I actually saw his book on
He's
Walmart.
got more than a couple.
Yeah, he was on. They have him in Walmart too.
Really?
So yeah, I looked up his books to see where I could get them from,
Mhm.
and I went to Google because I knew he was on Amazon, but I wanted to get just the link.
Mhm.
But it came up Walmart, and apparently Walmart has his books or had his books. I don't know,
Mhm.
but
That's awesome.
yeah, I want to see what happens when I get this first one out first, like the first book.
Mhm.
Like I want to get the Paranormal Truths out, but no, I'll tell you though, brother. I don't know. Like when I took this test this last time, like I felt confident. Like I was like all about it. Like I didn't think it would be easy. I knew that, but I wasn't overconfident. But I felt good about it. And even going through the test, I'm like, boom, know that, boom, know that, and I thought I passed.
Mhm.
I knew there was a couple that threw me off. I wasn't too sure about, but when I saw that I failed, and I felt I got that cold chill. Like when something happens, you just witness something, you get that coldness through your body. I got that. I'm just like, what do you fucking mean I failed? Like,
Sucks.
oh, I was pissed. But and yeah, 3 points. Can I just get credit for showing up, please? State of Pennsylvania, if you're watching, just give me 3 points for just showing up.
I don't know if it works this way in PA, but if you split them up, so there's a certain number of questions you have to get right.
Mm,
It's not graded like there's like 150 questions and you've got to get a certain percentage right. You just have to get a certain total number of questions right.
yep.
Um, in Tennessee, if you take them separately, you get more questions,
I see where you're going with
so
that.
it's easier to pass.
Yeah, Pennsylvania has so the way they do it is they have a total of 160 questions
Mhm.
that you answer. 150 of them are graded. So they give you basically 10 bonus questions.
Mhm.
So the way it works is you have to get 105 questions to get a 70%. I got 102.
See here, you get 10 questions per test that are taken off. So you get 20 questions total that don't count if you take them separately.
Give me a second. I'm going to message Wicked Queen and see if we can move to Tennessee.
Yep.
Tanner is inviting us to move to Tennessee.
Get a non-resident license.
I thought about that too. I thought about that. I could. Could be a foreign producer. See, I am learning.
Yeah, yeah. Most of the people like that are doing a lot, they have like 4 or 5 states under them.
Well, I know somebody that said they had like 15 or 20
Mhm.
in Globe. I was like, are you shitting me? That's dedication right there.
Mhm. Well, you can take those anywhere. When I did it before, I was a non-captive agent, so I had I was on the books for I think 40 insurance agencies altogether that I was authorized to write for or underwrite for. So like when you leave Globe, you take all those licenses with you if you want to go out and do your own thing.
I would assume though, like each state obviously has its own laws, but I'm
Mhm.
sure the basics is still the basics.
They're pretty similar, yeah.
Hmm. Because I thought about it. Like I wanted to get obviously my PA one, but
Mhm.
I was thinking about like Ohio, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, everything around me.
Mhm.
I just figured it'd be easier to relate to people.
I was looking at getting Virginia and either Washington or Oregon.
Now, does DC have their own, or who do they fall under?
I don't know. I want to say DC is under Virginia.
Because I know it's its own commonwealth, but
Mhm.
I didn't know if maybe they
I don't think they
fell.
have their own because there's not. I don't think there's a DC private investigator license. I think you had reciprocity with those surrounding states. So like if you were working in DC, I think most people were like at North Carolina or Virginia or something, or South Carolina or Virginia or something like that.
Hmm. Do something. If anybody has Google nearby, let's Google that. I want to find that out. I'm kind of interested. But maybe if you get qualified in DC, you get the whole country. Qualify once, you get all the rest of the states.
I don't think there's many PIs working up in DC right now with the army doing what it's doing.
Mm,
Not gonna step on that, but
you're not wrong.
yeah.
Oh, trust me, I hear about it. I hear about it all the freaking time. Um, well, heck, even Pennsylvania, like a lot of people are saying the state workers are really lucky they're state workers because with all the shutdown and all the BS going on.
Mhm.
But if you basically right now, if you're not a state unionized person, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. Well,
Mm.
most people are screwed anyway up here.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the fridge.
All right, grab me a Capri Sun, will you?
Yes.
Oh man. So for those anybody just joining, again, Tanner and I are just sitting here shooting the shit, so to speak. Just kind of hanging out, having a good time, drinking, just recapping the week, making plans, giving each other ideas, either good or bad. But what about you guys in the audience? Come on, shoot me your comments. What's been going on in your lives? Because trust me, Tanner and I could probably sit here for hours. Well, maybe not. I only have 2 beers, but oh, I'm really. I don't know where I was going with that. I had it and I just lost it. You're just sitting there. Oh, we're already talking about coming back down to see you guys, Mom. Don't know when, but I was telling Pinkie Pie we need to plan a longer trip. Come to Kentucky to see you. Shoot over to see Tanner. If we just wanted to make, maybe we'll do that next year. We'll make just a nice big trip. Take them a couple weeks off. Spend a couple days with each person. I don't think it'd be that much to. No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be that much to go to you guys and go see Tanner. And go to North Carolina and see Jonathan. That'd be an idea. Uh, yeah, sorry, folks. This isn't going to be the most entertaining, but we have fun.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah, we do it. We do our things. We have fun. We enjoy it. Did you hear me yammering about nothing?
I did not. I was just trying to say off camera so people didn't see me struggle bussing in and out of the seat.
Oh, trust me, I've been. I didn't even hurt my back or my knees or anything. I mean, they hurt normally, but I mean, when you're up in our age, it happens.
Dude, I hit 40. Like I've worked in fitness. I've worked with clients who are like 40s, 50s, 60s and stuff. And like I heard them when I was younger. Like I heard what they were saying about the aches and pains. And I'm like, it'll get better when you get strong. And it does. It gets better when you get stronger.
Oh,
But son of a bitch, man.
well,
Getting
hell,
old.
Wicked Queen. We were sitting up there for dinner, and what was it? Her shoulder popped, or oh, we were talking. I said I coughed and my back cracked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love when that happens. Um, and she said that the other day she sneezed and her neck popped, and I went, yeah, so that's another fun feature. She goes, I don't like it. I go, well, I can say this for you, but welcome to the 30s. Like she just turned 30.
Oh, you want to know what did it? Like what finally got my back to where I couldn't move? Like it
Hmm.
was sore for a couple days. I made it through the deadlifts. A couple days later, I had heavy back squats. I'm doing the squats. I'm keeping braced and I'm rotating my shoulders forward or my elbows forward and keeping a nice posture. I sneezed in the bottom of the squat and I leaned forward too far
Ooh.
with the weight on my back, and that's what finally just took it.
Oh, your little ghost. Oh, the
Sneezes
ghost
will kill
chime.
you. Yeah,
The ghost chime. I'm
those are
glad that.
cool.
Well, I made a couple for the family down
Yeah.
there, and well, I've shown you
Mhm.
them, but yeah, gave one to mom. That's good. I'm glad it works. Um, no, I actually I hate that. I don't know what it is anymore. I even told the Wicked Queen, it's like I move a certain way. I said I cough, I sneeze. I said no matter what I do, so I said something will end up hurting. I said I find stuff that hurts. I didn't even know I even had.
Mhm.
She didn't believe me. Then she turned 30. Now she's starting it.
40,
And
man.
that'll be me next year.
Like there's all these people that say like doing deep squats and doing those heavy barbell squats, you're gonna mess up your knees. It doesn't. FYI. If you do it right, it does not.
Keyword if you do it right.
If you do it right. At 40, just the act of moving my knees causes some sort of pain or discomfort. It's not like a mechanical issue caused by like overuse. It's just the joint is freaking old and sticky.
It's almost like it's a neuropathy type issue, at least for me.
I don't have that issue. Like I've got some numbness in my foot from an old injury, so there's some neuropathy there from where it got trampled and broke the ankle. But that's the only neuropathy issue that I've got. 21 bones. I feel you. Yeah.
You know, I can confidently say this because I have a wooden desk, but so it's on record. Never broken a bone. Ever. Out of all the stupid shit I've done, never. See, there,
Every
Vicky.
decade.
Vicky lies all the time. She's actually 35, so don't let her lie to you. But no, I told Wicked Queen, I was like, yeah, welcome to your 30s. And she's like, I don't like it.
Mhm.
I was like, just wait. Just wait. I know I'm 39, but still, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
You start looking at, the at wills, and you look at the all the funeral and the death benefits, and it's like, huh, really? I might
Mhm.
need that soon.
Well, no, it's like it's one of those things I've never really looked at health insurance. It's like I've owned a business and if I really, really, really needed something, I could just like hustle really hard. But
Jesus, mom.
the older I get, oh Mel, I've never been in a body cast. But just yeah, the older I get, the more I'm like, I think I really should like have health insurance if I'm gonna keep doing like Olympic lifting and doing what I'm doing.
Oh, I already know. Well, no, we get insurance with ours, which is
Mhm.
nice. But I was telling my mother-in-law today. I like the product. I like
Mhm.
what they're offering, and I said it's actually worth it. And especially if it's used as like a gap insurance. Well, especially for like the Wicked Queen, she's got state
Mhm.
insurance, but if she uses it as a gap, she's taken care of every which way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're good products. That's one of the reasons I looked at going to it because doing sales ethically. Like I never want to like sell or push stuff that like doesn't actually work. But when I
Hmm.
find a product that works, I'm like, I can rep that. That's great. Like
Yeah.
I did sales for Otis AI. They do marketing and it works. It's an AI that gets in and like does all the crap that takes forever for you to do yourself. That's
Hmm.
great. That makes people money. There was a little thing that helped people with returns on when they were Amazon sellers. So people didn't just return items. It gave them a chance to talk to the seller and go through customer service first. And it saved them like 40% of their returns from going back.
Mm.
Like stuff like that, insurance, like these life insurance products. Yeah, like those are things that my brother is using the layoff. Um, I just put in a claim for the layoff protection, and it's stuff that people use, and it's good stuff. It's not like super gimmicky, way overpriced insurance that I almost started selling in the past.
Well, and here's the other thing. It's not the cheapest,
Mhm.
but with anything, you get what you pay for. And to be honest, like as far as plans are concerned, they're probably one of the better ones I've seen.
Mhm.
Hundred
Well, that
percent.
works like on everything. Like you either like if you buy it cheap, you buy it twice, so you end up spending more.
Yeah.
Setting up the t-shirt shop, I was looking like I don't want to like have super expensive t-shirts. Like I want just people to enjoy them. But the really cheap t-shirts, they didn't last. The prints didn't hold on to them. So like I went up and I do Bella Canvas and I do like good quality t-shirts. So I think the highest priced t-shirt on the site right now is $22. I'm putting out some premium ones that are like heavier, the like comfort colors.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be in the 30s, but those t-shirts are gonna last for years. I've got one of them that I'm using for some of the more premium stuff a little later that I've had for like 5 years. Thing still looks new.
Well, no, I will say like your hats and stuff like that. I really love them.
These are so comfortable.
Yeah.
I got these. I was on the fence about doing hats at all. And I love this hat. I've got a trucker hat that's a little cheaper, that I'm doing for Truly Odd, and the product sample for me to double check it is gonna be in, I think, on Friday, and I'm looking forward to that. I like trucker hats.
Yeah, I'm more of a fitted,
Mhm.
but there's Jason Barrett. He's actually here in PA with me, and then the other Jason is back on my Facebook. Wait till you get closer to 50. How you're back out sneezing. Yeah, brother, I do that now. I sneeze. I even think about moving, and my body starts hurting before I even move because I have neuropathy in both my knees. And every time I figure, like, if it's going to snow, rain, whatever, I thought that was BS when I was younger. No, that's how you know it's going to rain. When you're just walking along and all of a sudden just drop. Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, it's come to the point where, like, I think about moving and my body's like, no, fuck you. Like, really? See ya,
See you,
Vicky.
Vicky.
Thanks for stopping in. But no, I definitely, like I said before, I want to get the t shirts back. I want to get the merch back. I mean, I guess the more I think about it, I think an e-commerce store is probably what I should do, especially if I'm going to be doing the Broken Pretzel Productions.
Mhm.
We'll start doing that, and I still have that other site you sent me.
Mhm.
I thought about doing courses, your podcast courses, setting up podcast actually, and then the
Yeah.
paranormal, even
Um,
ghost hunting classes.
System. Yeah. No, I'm using that for the writing. So, like, we're, like, setting up classes for horror writers and stuff, that one, and doing the horror community.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought, you know what, maybe this is another one of those random thoughts as I was driving, but I thought, maybe I should start up like a ghost hunting course or a paranormal course, and then each chapter or each topic do something different, like the
Mhm.
equipment, electronic equipment, metaphysical equipment, um, types of hauntings, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got the production stuff there, and you can put together, like, coursework and stuff for people to do for you to send in. The system's made to do that. Um, the original thing that I was looking at was Go Next Level or Go High Level,
Mm-hmm.
and System is like a cheaper version of that. It does a lot of the same stuff. But I was originally looking at this for Ghost Hunter Advice to do premium content and courses and set up a community outside of Facebook. The big thing is
Yeah.
like get away from Facebook to something that I own because every time they change the algorithm or change something, like businesses just go haywire.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, brother.
Yeah.
Got to go ISIS. I took the wrap off for the moment.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
still attached. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's still there, but you see how busted up it is.
Dude.
You see what I mean about the nail?
Yeah.
But
That's
that's pretty, ain't it?
well, the nail under the nail bed is pale.
Oh no, that's my normal nails.
Oh, okay. Cool.
My nails. I don't know why, but I've always had extremely white nails to where people are like, "Do you paint your nails white?" No, but I mean, nice
Yeah.
comparison. This is the one
Dude.
that's fine. This is the one that I hurt, but
But we can tell.
not as bad. Not as bad. It's not as bad as it was. It was like actual purple, like yeah, it was bad. Oh, like the wall, kind of a dark purple. But anyway, night, mama. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here, brother. See what the Wicked Queen's doing. Pester her for a while, and then probably hit to bed.
Awesome. When we sign off here, I do want to show you one thing real quick for you.
All right, bro. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Cool. Bye.
But everyone watching, appreciate you stopping in, hanging out with us. Tanner, go ahead and give your shout out to your merch and all your other stuff that you got going on, brother.
Yeah, no, if you want to check out like what I'm doing with e-commerce, head over to trulyoddtees.com. That's tees.com. You can also check out the podcast at trulyoddpod.com. We have some new episodes coming up. We're doing one that's dropping later this weekend. On Dark Oxygen. Then the following episode is going to be on ghosts and spiritual manifestations, whether they are energy or if they have some mass and they're just interacting with different energies along the electromagnetic spectrum. We're going to break into that. And we've got some more alien and Bigfoot stuff coming up.
Nice. So go check out all of his stuff. Show him some love.
Oh, and TannerRutledgeBooks.com. If you want to check out the horror novels and stuff that I'm working on, you can join the newsletter there so you'll be told when the release is happening.
Trust me, from what I've seen and what I've heard, you don't want to miss either one of them.
I'm excited about it. The feedback's been really good.
I'm excited for you, brother. Really excited for you. But all right, guys. Well, I'm not going to sign off my normal way, but I will say keep your eyes open. I am debating and I'm planning to come back as a podcast. Normal podcast, normal schedule with gaming, paranormal, my usual BS. So keep your eyes open for that. Other than that, see y'all. Have a great night.